What's up, guys? It's Scarra here from theScore eSports here with Apollo from Apex after a 2-0 win against NRG. So the first question I have to ask, obviously, how does it feel just shitting on Kiwi Kid, dude? You guys used to play together, and now you just show him you're the superior player in the bot lane, correct?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, he just is nothing without me, so I just had to prove him, that I'm just better. No, I'm just joking. It was just, I think we just played better as a team, honestly. That's just kind of how it goes,
So right now in Apex, do you feel like you guys got Ray, you guys got like a bunch of new players, and some returning guests, like Keen and Shrimp. So just in general, how do you feel about the team right now, the team dynamic? You got a lot of, since I don't know exactly how much English Ray speaks, how are comms looking right now? How's the overall synergy?
I mean, it's just kind of reminiscent of like tip days. Like I have to worry about like English speaking, Korean speaking, and it's something that we have to like work through over time. Like right now, it's obviously not too solid, but we're working on our type of communication, like what we want to say in specific areas. But it's mainly, I mean, it's obviously like just mainly English, and then the Koreans talk amongst each other if they're trying to set up a play.
And so obviously the most hyped up import for you guys was Ray. He used to play on the B team for EDG and LPSL, if I recall correctly. How's it been playing with him? I noticed he went off during the second game. Just how's it been? How does he play?
Because we went to boot camp in Korea this last month, and he's actually really good. Like I mean, it's insane how good he is. Like his mechanical level is obviously really high, and he just has to learn like about team play stuff, which is kind of like any really challenger player or challenger player. But yeah, I mean he's just really good, and it shows that like he can carry games. Like if he gets the lead, he'll carry.
I think I was looking at NRG's draft before, and they spent a lot of time, I think, either forcing you to pick Rek'Sai or trying to bait Rek'Sai away from you and then picking it yourself. Because I think a lot of people think Shrimp is just like a kind of a Rek'Sai one trick. And I've played against Shrimp's Rek'Sai. The guy is probably one of the best Rek'Sais in North America. How do you feel playing with Shrimp? Because I think he just like kind of didn't really find a challenger team until this and into LCS again. And so like, how's it like playing with him as a jungler?
I think he's just confident, but also like he's a little bit quiet at sometimes. So like I think he can work on that. But for the most part, like he does his job and like he knows like what to do and he like is willing to improve and stuff like that, which is really important I think in a jungler. And just about like the Rek'Sai comment, I think like he's obviously really strong on Rek'Sai, but he's showing that he can play anything else. It's like it's not like the only thing he can play.
So I was watching the games, and let's go focus on them a little bit. So I noticed in both games you ended up playing Caitlyn. Was that more toward just you wanted to be able to like self-peel for the team with a long-range threat, or was that just another reason?
Caitlin's just a strong pick right now, and I think it's just due to her like long range, and she's just really good versus like Swain, Vlad, like in two particular examples, like those are just really strong picks, and Caitlyn goes well versus her. She obviously has like good lane phase. The second game, it was kind of rough just because we had Braum paired up with Caitlyn versus Ashe and Zyra, so it was just like a little bit rough. But I think just for the most part, she's just a strong pick, and that's just why you pick her.
So currently, right now, a lot of the mid lane and top lane picks constantly dive AD carries. How does it feel to be in a meta where you're playing against like Vlad, Swain, Fizz, and we're not playing against heavy divers? You're playing against long range stuff like Victor and Azir. Like, has that caused extra stress onto you when you're playing the AD role? Do you feel like you wish like the meta was different? Like, how does it look like for AD carry players, specifically yourself?
I think the most annoying part is like I know I can just get picked off like any point in the game. Like anyone can solo me by themselves, so I have to be like super safe. Like I don't know if you watch this game that well, but I was mid lane. I'm just sitting in my turret because I know I can get like Ashe arrow, GP ulted, like stuff like that. It's just I'm just farming, and yeah, then we won.
I noticed you targeted like Vlad and Swain a lot, specifically, and you talked about them before. How do you feel about those two current champions right now and their current champion strength?
I think they're strong. They're kind of like underrated. I mean, they're like getting more and more like valued throughout this week. So we'll see how well they do. Maybe there's gonna be more counters to them, or maybe they're just kind of like you're unexpected playing against them, so people don't know how to play versus them. We'll see. I think they're pretty strong though right now.
Okay, and I want to move back a little bit. You told me you ended up boot camping in Korea for a little bit. How was the experience overall? And generally, like, how was it like playing with your team there, solo key there? What was it like?
It was good. It was really hard. I mean, I didn't do so well in Korea and in terms of like play and in solo queue, but I just found myself like working like more and more just about like the small like mistakes I made. Like I end up getting caught out like a lot in scrims or even in solo queue. So it was definitely hard, but I think as like atmosphere wise, like it was good. Like you know, we like kept trying to improve. Like we knew what we wanted to do, and yeah, and the food is great.
All right, you're back in North America, dude. You just went 2-0 in their first best of 3. How's the outlook look in the future? You play CLG tomorrow. What do you think?
They're obviously a strong team. They didn't look that well versus TSM yesterday, but I think it was mainly TSM just played really well. So it's kind of, you know, it's hard to judge, but it's obviously just going to be a hard match. I think, you know, we just have to play our game. Like we can't think about we can't think about it too much.
And finally, obviously, Xpecial's been away for a little bit in terms of the scene, and you, Xpecial, both came back. I think this is the first time you guys have ever played together on a competitive team. How is it playing with Xpecial in the bot lane?
I think it's just he's very I wouldn't say aggressive. He's like dominant. Like he's like the shot caller, and he's like very confident in what he wants to do. So it was a little bit different. It was kind of similar to Kiwi, where like they're both they're both veterans, so they both know what to do, and they both like they will tell me what they want from me, kind of thing. And it's just good playing with them because I can learn a lot more.
Okay, fair enough. Well, thank you for your time. Do you have any closing statements for any of your fans, any future Apex fans, future Apollo fans?
Thanks for watching, and hope you guys support us throughout the season. We don't really have too many fans right now, but I hope you guys will watch us more. Thank you.
Well, very confident words from Apollo right before his 2-0 victory against CLG tomorrow. I'd like to thank you guys here from theScore eSports at Scarra, and you can find more of our coverage online at theScore eSports or on our mobile app. Thank you, and hope you guys have a nice day.